How many construction projects go over budget? The numbers on this will absolutely shock you because statistically, you are not likely to finish that project under budget. In this video, I'm going to cover the truth about the numbers and the overruns, why projects go wrong, and how you can prevent financial loss. So stay with us. So let's get started. This is one of my favorite topics of all time. Elevate Construction and Lean Tact, our other company that deals with scheduling and project support, we have been teaching for years. In our podcast, we're at 1,000 episodes. We have been teaching this for years. And here comes a book, How Big Things Get Done, that is well written. It has well over 16,000 representative examples in here that backs up and substantiates every single thing we have been saying. And here are the facts. And this is going to blow your mind. You want to know how many projects go bad? Projects, out of all of the projects, 100% of the survey sample, which is over 16,000. Out of all the projects in that study, only 47.9% of them finish on budget. And the average over budget is, survey says, 65%. That is the average. And when you look at the curves and you trend the data, they call that what's called a fat tail. Some of the fat-tailed projects, which means they're the outliers, can be anywhere up to over 1,800% over budget. The numbers are staggering. And also, while I'm here, I'll just give you some other numbers as well. Only 8.5% of all of those projects finish on time and on budget, and only 0.5% finish on time, on budget, or under budget according to the way the owner wanted it. So those are pretty horrific numbers. And so this is well researched. I want to say one more time, you can go grab the book tomorrow. And I'll just give you the call to action right now. In the description below, I'm going to give you a link to the presentation that we custom made from that book that proves these numbers. So that's the answer to the question right out of the gate. But we need to know how they go wrong and what is the solution. So it's not enough to just know, oh, statistically we ain't looking good. You have to know why, and we have to know how to recover. So let's do that right now. And you know what's been like really recovering for me? Let me give you just a little bit of an insight. Before the holiday season, our numbers track amazing, and then they dip for the holidays. And they're shooting up great because you all are sharing these videos, you're subscribing, you're liking them. It helps the algorithm to really get it out there. I want to say thank you. Every like, every comment, every subscription, every share. We really love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's first talk. I want to introduce this with two examples from the book, How Big Things Get Done. The first one from the book is called The Train to Nowhere. This is about a bullet train in California that was originally estimated to finish in 2020 for $33 billion, and it would connect San Diego to Los Angeles up through Central California, and it would connect up to the cities in Northern California, San Francisco, and Sacramento. So this was supposed to be done in 2020, $33 billion. So guess what they did? No real pre-planning. They did not use the right project management systems. They did not have the right experience and training on the team. All things that the book, How Big Things Get Done, talk about. Okay, so they do this, and it's not funny. I'm sorry about my grin. This proves my point. Now the new targets are this. Their new target to be done with half of it is 2030. Their new budget is well over $100 billion. The original length was 500 miles. They will only complete 172 miles of this project. And after 14 years of work, they will be well over $70 billion over on budget and 10 years behind schedule. Now, let me give you a different example, which we all like to use, the Empire State Building. Their original budget for this was $50 million back in the day. They finished it for 41. The savings in today's dollars is around $174 million below budget. They finished 2 weeks early, and that was one of the most highly successful projects of all time. Here is what they said about that project. The architects knew how many beams of what lengths, even how many bolts and rivets would be needed to build the structure before they ever began. They planned the project, they had the right systems, they also used TAC planning, I might mention, or line of balance scheduling, and they had a team with experience, experimentation, and the right training. So projects, and there are many more examples today of projects that finish well versus projects that don't finish well. And the three main reasons they don't finish well is because they don't plan them, they don't use the right systems, and they don't have teams with the right experience and training. But there's some specifics that I want to talk to you about now. Number one, we get in trouble when we don't think slow and act fast. A lot of people want to think fast and act slow, okay? Thinking slow and acting fast means that we actually take the time in pre-construction to plan the project. Two, if we don't plan the project properly, we get into what the book calls the window of doom. Meaning if you think of the duration of a project as a window being open, the longer that window is open, the longer black swans can fly in and ruin your project. We need to narrow that window, shut that window, get that project done. It will reduce the risks. Three, the iron law of project management is that projects always take longer than we initially estimate. So we must, in pre-construction, not only find our risks, but anchor to historical data. Four, typically projects will experience what are called the pushing fallacies, which are that pushing the contractor will help, rushing and overburdening trade partners will create a sense of urgency, getting the project team to commit will help them to finish, and that underestimating the complexity of the project will somehow help. Owners do this to general contractors all the time. These are called the pushing fallacies, and they will always tank your project. Five, the 10th man rule. This is from the movie World War Z, and there's a scene in there where a government group used what's called the 10th man rule to anticipate problems and prepare for what in the movie was a zombie apocalypse. And here's the concept. If everybody in the room agrees with a direction or a decision, it's the 10th person's, the man or the woman, their responsibility to take an opposite approach, an opposite opinion, to question what if these concerns are real. So in pre-construction, projects go wrong when we don't have a 10th man or woman in the meetings, questioning our decisions and offering different perspectives. Six, when we don't think from right to left. Thinking from right to left, this is my right. I don't know what, I think this is your right on the video, but thinking from right to left is, when does the project need to finish? How long will it take? When will we start? What needs to happen beforehand? We typically don't do that. We think from left to right and say, here's where we are. We're going to do our best. We're going to start the project whether we're ready or not. And we are not thinking from end date, duration, what we need to start, and the handoff point of, hey, we're only going to start when design's done. Don't think from left to right and push. Think from right to left and only start when you're ready. Number 7, projects go bad when they don't do what's called Pixar planning. At Pixar, the movie you see in the theaters is the 9th movie they've made. They've literally made that movie 8 previous times, and 8 previous times they will have reviewed it and fixed it, reviewed it and fixed it, reviewed it and fixed it. So they come up with what's called a maximum virtual product before they ever produce the amazing videos that you see in the movie theaters. And so projects go wrong when we do not iterate on the plan and erase the whiteboard, and when we then just fail to plan and find the problems in the field. Number 8, projects fail when people have a lack of experience, the master builder and the team. And lastly, number 9, when companies neutralize their builders by promoting them into corporate positions where they have no effect whatsoever on the actual success of the projects. So what can we do about this? Let's do this right now. Number 1, maximize your maximum virtual product by doing the proper planning in pre-construction. Make sure that plan is vetted and torn apart, vetted and torn apart, vetted and torn apart, and that you have plan A, B, C, D, E, and F, and that you are ready to start. Do not start a project until it is designed and until it is planned. And if you have a phase design, until that phase is designed and until that phase is planned. 2, you must hire master builders to build this. There at least has to be one on the project with experimentation and experience that has done this successfully before. 3, that master builder must have the right team and at least a core group that are loyal and have experience with each other and with that master builder. 4, as you go, you must build the entire team. That means not just the management staff, but your foreman and your workers, and have everybody respected. And I like to say good bathrooms, good lunch area, good communication, remarkable site conditions, maybe some swag, some appreciation, some rewards, really good communication, connection. You must take care of the overall team. 5, always find your Lego. Every building, no matter what, has repetitive areas. Find the standard space unit or the actual assembly that you can really get good with, prefabricate and install, and iterate on that and get better and better and better and better. Every project has a Lego piece. Find it, use it, get fast so that you can spend time on your non-rhythmic, non-repetitive areas. Number 6, make friends along the way. I've already told you the story of a project where the entire project was completely tanked because the PM really pissed off the government inspector. Do not piss people off and expect to get that project completed on time. You got to win over the workers, the foremen, the trade partners, your inspectors, your stakeholders, everyone. Make friends along the way if you want to win. 7, and I know I've repeated this ad nauseum, but you must plan that project. If the project takes 2/3, you should have 1/3 of planning in there. That is how you make up the overall duration. 1-to-2 ratio, you must take 1/3 of the time planning. Number 8, use the right systems. You will use TACT, you will use Last Planner, you will use Scrum, and you will implement Lean on your project. Contact us if you need more information. 9, recognize that if your project is tanking, it is not the industry, it is not the supply chain, it is not the workers, it is not your foreman, it is not your trade partners, it is you. We, you, me, we are the problem. Yes, that's a Taylor Swift song. Yes, hello, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. There's a Taylor Swift song for everything. If your project is not going well, it's because you think you can do this alone and you can't. You've got to have a second set of eyes. You've got to find your risks. You've got to anchor to historical data, and you've got to work with your team. And number 10, having that perspective will allow you to take the outside view and get input and really tear apart your plan so that you can go do well on site. I'm going to link you to the book and I'm going to link you to the presentation, and just know at Elevate, we provide consulting, we provide training, we provide project support for this very reason, and especially in pre-construction. When you need us, we're here. Put us in. I hope you've loved this video. On we go.